What's going on, YouTube? I'm going to try to make this video kind of short. It's been over 2 months since we posted a video here. Um, Reason for not posting for such a long period of time. Sometimes, I'll go a month at a time or a couple of weeks. And then sometimes I'll upload a video every other day. It's just random because basically I treat YouTube as basically a hobby. I never have tried to make any money off of it. Um, in the past, we saved money to travel. Plus, we still have it. We have a pretty good sized emergency fund, and I'm about to dabble into that today. Um, After I make this video, I have to make a phone call, and I hope everybody's been doing good. Lola, I'm sorry I missed Lollapalooza again, but right now we can't really travel. We are going to travel here pretty soon, but I think we're going to be making an exit out of Kansas here pretty soon. A lot of stuff is going on in the world, just not in politics. Just not. Everything's not about politics. It ties into it, but it's not all about politics or the pandemic. Me personally, I think the pandemic is a cover story. Countries around the world are going back into lockdown. I knew there was going to be a second wave because of the pandemic. It's flu season. And that being said, hope you guys got your immune boosters. I guess that's upside down. Immune booster. Taking your vitamins, especially us that are in our 40s or older. Staying healthy and eating healthy, because that's one thing that's going to help us get through this. But I think the pandemic is basically a cover story of what's going to happen next. And I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist like Camper Van Kevin, which I think he's pretty much the video he made over a year ago, why he sold everything and got back on the road. It's pretty much in line with what's going to happen now that we're starting to put the dots together. And what the global elite are basically calling this, and the central banks are calling it a dark winter. We're going to have a global economic collapse throughout the world. It's not just America's going to be the last place to get hit. So, all these people that got off the road, bought houses, Dave 2D, Aja, and then they bought property down in Arizona. Nomadic Fanatic got a house over there in Illinois. I think they saw something like this coming. Oh, and Camper Van Kevin got his tiny purple house. Sweet purple house, by the way, bud. Anyway, I think what is going to happen is everything's going to collapse. And it's going to not be over a long period of time. It's going to happen here really quickly before anybody has any idea how to be prepared. One thing living on the road that, we did these 4 or 5 month road trips over the last couple of years is to always be prepared for anything. So, the camper van's fixed. As many of you guys know that have been following us through the years, we never used any of the camper aspects of the van except for the bed. So, about a week ago, I pulled out the old manuals that came with the van the previous owner gave me. Our propane tank, still 8% full. I figured out how to light the heater, how to run the refrigerator off of propane, all that, in case we do have to get out of here. I think I'm pretty ready to go. That brings down to another fact. Now, when I say you need to have an emergency fund to travel and a big savings fund, you do. Travel isn't cheap. I mean, you can do it the beatnik way and just travel across the country in a conversion van that you put a bed into it and hopefully find a place to sleep every night and find some food, with, maybe $1,000 in your pocket after you budget out your gas, because you're basically living for free in your van that's paid off. But we traveled a little bit different. We traveled at a fast pace. We crossed multiple states at a time to get to where we were going. We stayed at KOAs, Good Sam Parks, state parks. I think we only boondocked twice while we were on the road. That can add up. It can be expensive. So I need to figure out how to work our camper. And I did. That's a done deal. I know how to fill the shower now. I do want to put in a different high pressured, better pressured water pump. This van was built in 1996. Well, it's on a 1995 chassis. So it's basically 1995, but all the camper aspects is 96. And yes, I'm probably the last person you'd ever hear say, I'm going to get solar. I'm going to get solar. Just because I believe here pretty soon, everything's going to close down again. And I'd rather be on some property. And here's the thing. People know that I've been wanting to buy a sailboat and do boat life. I think that's not an option right now. A smart option. I see a lot of people that have these really expensive boats selling their boats all over the world for rock bottom prices. It's a seller's market or a buyer's market for a boat. And what's weird is it's a seller's market for RVs, because everybody can't travel internationally, so they want to hit the road. And that's why it's not a good time to be out on the road right now, because everybody's doing it. So this is my prediction, and I'm not an economist or a physician or a politician or anything. Shit's about to hit the fan, and y'all need to be ready. I'm ready. Now I'm going to go make this phone call and withdraw a lot of money out of my investment, because I think the stocks are just going to do like this until they collapse all over the world in the next 3 months. Hope everybody's safe with their family and doing good. Talk to you guys later.